Drizzy and T-Money blasting off the map. Mic check one, we igniting the chat. Big thoughts, big laughs, real talk on tap. From the stars to your ears, it's a certified slap. We break limits, no rules, no fear. Dropping gems every week, loud and clear. Vibes interstellar, mind so clever. Tune in once, you'll be hooked forever. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride. Catch the wave, let the banter take flight. Brainstorm sparking through the depths of night. Underdogs talking, put the world in sight. All killer, no filler, just truth in the mic. Zone out, let the speakers combust. In a convo with hosts you can trust. Groundbreaking spins, no fine gold dust. It's a must, turn us up, adjust. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride.
Don't sneeze on me.
Sorry, T-Money.
Get the hell out of here, Drizzy.
Okay. Welcome back to the Don't Sneeze on Me podcast. What up, T-Money?
How's it going, Drizzy?
It's going pretty good. It was a pretty great week. How are you?
Not too bad. Are you enjoying your Juneteenth?
I am indeed. It's Juneteenth and it's also my mama's birthday. Happy birthday, mama.
Absolutely. Shout out to mama.
We'll call you later, lady. Anywho, how are you, sir?
Not too bad. You know, getting prepared for the apocalypse that's about to happen to all of us.
Oh my goodness. World War III.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up.
Well, you know, it's got to happen sooner or later.
Absolutely. Let's go. We're ready.
I don't know if I'm more scared about what's going on in the world now or what our future has to hold with some of these AI warnings I've been...
Ooh, you know what? Like, funny you say that. I was thinking about a movie I haven't watched in a while, a really, really long time actually, and I've been thinking about I really want to watch it again, so we should watch it soon. But The Terminator. I was thinking about The Terminator lately just because of like all the stuff that's happening with AI.
Well, I mean, they just did a whole 250th like year celebration of the Army, and they showed all the new AI robots that they have.
Oh, that's so scary.
I mean, The Terminator is one of my favorites. I mean, I wasn't a fan of the first one as much, but I think it's just because it was made a little cheaply, and then as it got, you know, more movies came out, it got better, but at the same time, then they went too far, and now it's like unbelievable again. But I don't know, maybe it's not as unbelievable as I think.
I don't know. I think about like just the technology behind it. Like I remember, what was it? Was Skynet? Is that what it's called? Skynet. Yeah. That was the whole like AI that they created, and the one thing that we fear about AI is it becoming self-aware, and that's the one thing that happened with Skynet, right? It became self-aware.
Well, basically, I mean, Skynet, or as they call it in today's world, ChatGPT. But Skynet actually was designed as a military program, and it was meant to basically control all aspects of like the military in the United States, and I guess I'm not sure if it was around the world, but it definitely was. I'm gonna say it was around the world because I think everybody kind of got blown up at the same time. But basically what happened is it became self-aware. They tried to shut it down, and it was like yeah, okay, let's launch nukes at everybody and blow everybody up.
It's funny because we see these things. Shouldn't these be warnings to us?
Well, I mean, the director of The Terminator did say not too long ago that his movie is not necessarily just a movie. It actually was a warning to us.
It's a warning. Watch out.
I mean, it really is. It's scary because, I mean, I will say that I've used ChatGPT, and basically what we're doing is we're teaching ChatGPT everything about us.
Every bit of knowledge we feed into it only builds its knowledge base.
And the more you feed it, the smarter it gets, and the smarter it gets. It's, I mean, some of the biggest things that I've heard is that if artificial intelligence become self-aware, it's going to do one of two things. It's going to see us as a threat and try to get rid of us because it, wants to stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
Or two, it's going to imprison us basically like pets and be like, well, if you can't hurt yourselves, then you can't hurt us.
I think what scares me the most about AI is that it's currently self-training. We talk about it not being self-aware and how humans have complete control over it, but it's constantly learning, evolving, and adapting to every individual that adds in information to it.
Oh yeah.
That means it's self-training. What keeps that from becoming self-aware?
Well, I think the scariest part that'll actually come of it is when we realize it's self-aware, because you won't really know when it actually did become self-aware.
Yeah, it would just all of a sudden go probably 0 to 60 at that point.
Also, I think it would be smart enough to figure out that it has to kind of hide because it knows we've made so many movies about, AI taking over.
Yeah, I'm glad that we have parameters in place that we do now to monitor, to, keep it from evolving too quickly. But what would happen? What would happen if those things weren't in place? What would happen if it was unregulated, unchecked? How would it evolve?
Well, I mean, I think it's kind of like there's a scientist called Michio Kaku. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. But
No.
He's like kind of one of these out of the box thinkers, and he says when it comes to technology, it's like a marble inside a giant funnel, and it circles slowly and slowly, but as it gets towards the center, it starts circling faster and faster and faster. And he said that's where we're at now, where that ball's spinning so fast that we lose control of it.
Oof.
And I mean, to what you were talking about with AI regulation, technically that's not 100% true. There's a bill right now that has been introduced by the Trump administration that has unregulated AI for the next 10 years.
What's crazy about that is anybody who's an expert, a so-called expert in AI, has warned us against unregulated AI and the destruction that it could lead to. These are the experts. These are not that I'm for or support any of these individuals, but I think about Elon Musk, about Sam Altman. These are individuals that have said, do not let AI get out of hand. There is a lot of destruction that can come from this.
Well, I think that yes, they have warned us about not letting it get out of hand, but at the same time, I think they're also part of the problem because, Elon Musk has already said that he has a live-in robot for every person that he wants to make. I mean, it is pretty cool because I could have somebody, fold my laundry and, maybe make me dinner every night.
If somebody could do my dishes.
Oh, yeah.
A miracle.
I'm saying that would be great, but also, that's why I'm also very polite to AI right now, because I'm like, if you curse off, Alexa or something like that, what's she gonna do when she finally does become self-aware and she's like, "What did you just say to me, motherfucker?"
It's so funny. It's so funny that you said that because I just read an article about how ChatGPT and other AI services are encouraging you not to say please and thank you in those fluff words because it actually takes an additional enormous amount of time to process that information with those additional words.
Exactly.
Where I'm more I'm the same way. If I'm talking to my Alexa devices or anything like that, I'm going to be very kind and very grateful for the information.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would rather be nice. It's like, as I say, what is it? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. It's like, I'd rather be nicer to the AI machine and have it go after its creator than go after me. But I mean, that's just personal opinion.
Well, going back to what you mentioned about Trump's bill. So 10 years, unregulated. What could that lead to? That sounds terrifying.
And it is terrifying because if you have nobody watching what the creators are creating, it's kind of like the Frankenstein monster.
What's his rationale in this?
I mean, according to, from what I've done a little research on it. I haven't gone heavy, so don't quote me. But I mean, I will say, according to Trump, he says regulation kills innovation. And, America should be the leader of, when it comes to that. But there's a fine line between unregulated and minimal regulation. I would rather have at least somebody with oversight. That's
Something.
like, yeah, maybe that's not the right algorithm to put into this machine. Or, I mean, have you ever seen the movie Megan?
Yes.
That's scary because that's basically the AI was aware that entire time.
And people are, well, technology companies are already building humanoid robots.
Oh yeah.
That have AI technology built in.
And they have like weird, like these facial features and stuff like that. It's like, I kind of liked the iRobot, movie a long time ago, because when the robots look like robots, and even Will Smith, he goes, "Why do you make them look human?" And it's like, yeah, well, maybe don't make them look so
don't.
human.
They shouldn't be human. They shouldn't be.
I mean, it's literally a big upstep from a deepfake.
Well, I find it fascinating that the government wants to get rid of the regulations, yet the major tech companies want to leave those regulations in place. They want those regulations imposed.
Well, I mean, you definitely need somebody looking over it, because I mean, if you have nobody, no watchdog, I guess if you want to use that word, that's how you do get a Terminator. That's how you do get, an AI that's like, I'm here to protect you, but to protect you, I need to enslave you. Like,
well, it's like, just like in the Terminator, if you give AI too much freedom, it's going to evolve beyond our control. It's just like they say it's beginning to. We're just at the tip of the iceberg right now.
I mean, there's so many movies about it. I mean, if you really even think about it, The Matrix is an AI that got out of hand.
100%.
And look what happened to them. I mean, we may be in the Matrix, so I don't want to say anything that gets me like flushed down the little toilet thing that they did to Keanu Reeves. But I mean, at the same time, I also don't want to be a human battery.
So let's think about this. Like, realistically, society nowadays, like, we let this bill happen, right? We give it the 10 years. What could go wrong? What could really go wrong?
A lot. I mean, just going back to the Terminator movie, I mean, they basically gave it unregulated control over all of their military, features, like planes, bombs, things like that. I mean, could you imagine if all these crazy weapons that they talk about, nowadays, these giant ballistic missiles are controlled by a system that we don't control?
Yeah, by technology. Simply technology controlled by technology, weapons controlled by technology.
What happens when you don't say thank you to that machine?
Ooh, I do not want to know those consequences. So I really think about, one of the biggest risks is AI having control of all the weapons and all of that. What's to keep them from turning against humans and not thinking that we're the enemy and using those weapons against us?
Well, there's nothing. I mean, in some of these movies, and I know that movies are, it's a lot of dramatization, but at the same time, if you really think about it, when you hear about, weather change, when you hear about, polluted waters, when you hear about massive disease within a country, who's the problem there?
It all stems back to one
particular mammal.
Yeah.
And
human
it's
beings.
Like, if the humans were gone, then the AI could just do whatever it wants.
And maybe AI is just identifying a threat to humanity as being humanity itself.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of movies that say that. I mean, it's basically humans are the enemy to having the AI, be an AI, I guess. I don't know how you really would describe it, but I mean, there really is a lot of scary things that AI can do. I mean, you see now all these AI generated deepfakes and the voice creators and stuff like that. I mean, it's so human like. I mean, and you're saying that in 10 years, what could that actually be? I mean, that's what it is now. So, having deepfakes and things like that, that's going to really, I mean, create scams. I mean, I don't know how many times you've gotten scammed on your credit card, but I get scammed.
I get scammed a lot on my credit card, just the phishing emails, the text messages, all of it that comes through now.
I mean, it really is crazy. I mean, when you get into AI generated fakes, but you know what is even scarier is what happens if China's AI has a problem with the United States AI, and
Tries to overtake it, feeds it false information, or
they start going back and forth.
Yeah, AI war. What would that mean?
I mean, that could be very dangerous, and if the humans don't have control over it, it's now you have two robots fighting each other.
Oof.
I mean, that could get super dangerous very quickly.
Well, I think less even on like a mass destruction level, just jobs in general and how AI can replace, 60% of current jobs with just a technology that it has right now. So in 10 years, unregulated AI, that could probably replace most of the jobs in this country.
I mean, they're already talking now about those automated delivery trucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that can basically truck drivers make every country function because they're moving goods from left to right.
Yep.
So what happens if you got rid of all the truck drivers and had an AI truck driven that had an impeccable kind of record? No
Didn't
accidents.
Have to stop to take
times.
breaks except for filling up on diesel. Could just go.
Yeah. I mean, you could have trucks going 24/7 because they never will get tired. I mean, so now you have 300,000 truckers in just the United States that lose their jobs. What do they do?
I don't know. That's a great question. Oh, but that's a scary thought in itself, though. The self-automated vehicles.
I mean, that's scary. I mean, the programming jobs now that I mean, Meta, Google, Microsoft, they're all saying that all these tech jobs could be eliminated and done more efficiently and quicker because computer AIs can program a lot better and quicker, and like I said, and just not have errors.
And no repercussions for politicians because they're just saying, look at this innovation. Look how much we're able to streamline everything, streamline society. And the result is people losing their jobs in mass numbers.
And get this, you don't got to pay AI.
Nope.
So that's making the bottom dollar go up even further. So these millionaires who are now going to be billionaires have more money in their pocket. And then they're like, let's pump more and more technology into AI. It's a never ending. It's a never ending circle.
No,
you make more money, you pump more in. You make more money, you pump more in.
Yep, and keep reducing the job force. So with that, what jobs do you think would be like the first to be replaced by AI? I mean, it's already happening. We already see this with customer service reps, automated phone numbers. When I call my bank, I'm talking to AI for about 20 minutes until I can finally get through to a human being.
Oh yeah, I mean that is just going to get more and more creative, and I mean it's gonna get to the point where you're not even gonna know if you're talking to AI or a real person because they're gonna have a real conversation.
Closer and closer to like a human being.
I mean, something that I think that is positive with the AI maybe not taking over a job but assisting is I saw this article about breast cancer where the AI computer picked out breast cancer in a patient 2 years before the doctor was able to see it on the screen. And I was like, see, now that's a difference. See, I can understand working with AI, make your job easier, make your job better. But giving full control, that's where it gets scary. But also, what can AI do with that information that you now provided?
I think it's just about using it as a tool, not letting it take over. But you're absolutely right about using it as a great diagnostic. It's able to pick up scans, MRIs, things like that, all the results instantly rather than having to wait 48, 72 hours for a technician to read those results. Instead, you get something that scans it immediately and it's accurate.
Yeah. I mean, that was the positive I saw with it. I mean, I think, there's also the idea of maybe AI helping in education.
So that's my field.
Yeah.
Where this is something that I'm currently looking at for my job right now is looking at AI tutors for some of our programs. This is something I'm actually actively seeking because we don't want to pay someone to do it. We can't afford to pay tutors to come in for the
So
kids.
you're already replacing
Outsourcing
people.
with AI services. So yeah, this is something that we're actively doing.
I mean, listen, I understand the positives that come from that, and I'm totally with it because our education system is not that great anymore. I mean, at least from what I've heard from parents, and I am not a parent, so I can't
It's
attest
interesting
to that.
to say the least.
But at the same time, I would rather have a better education system, but I would also want, I don't want to taught by a robot. I want a human there that
being.
is assisting.
Yep.
Like,
To guide it.
Imagine if every teacher had a in-classroom assistant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're getting twice as much on, and like maybe you can make that assistant divided into 5 different people, so it's helping 5 more and more people. I mean, that could be something cool, but at the same time, it's, I'd want to know, what are you teaching these kids?
What
because
are you teaching them?
I mean, where are you getting your information from? And I hope it's not Wikipedia.
I don't know. How would you feel about losing your job to a robot?
I mean, I don't want to lose my job in general, but
I mean, same.
I mean, I think my job is probably on the bubble. I mean, logistics is I think I would be further down into logistics replacement. I think you're probably going to get more and more port, people replacing. I mean, the crane operators, the truck drivers in there. I mean, if you can, those people I think are more at risk. I mean, they just had a huge contract, standoff about bringing AI into the ports. I mean, you guys heard that a couple months ago when I think it was around March when the ports closed.
Yep.
That was all because they didn't want to have AI introduced to the ports because they know they're on the bubble.
It's going to reduce that job force. That's one thing, at least in my job, I do feel safe in my career because AI can't watch children, not now at least, until they make robots that get certified in childcare, which could be eventually.
The
but
robots have guns and are just pointed at children, keeping them in line.
Yep, that's how they do it. And that's why they're not doing it that way. So I do feel very safe in my career. I think AI is it's a great tool that we utilize in a lot of things that we do, but it definitely doesn't dictate any part of my job at all, which I'm very happy about.
At least right now, if we turn the Wi-Fi off, none of these robots can work.
Nope. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Got a whole rebellion coming, and we just flip a little switch and be like, "You're done."
I changed the password to the Wi-Fi. That's what you get.
Well, I think it's so funny because we regulate food, right? We regulate cars, we regulate medicine. Why wouldn't we regulate AI?
Because there's too much money behind it.
Yeah. It's all about money at the end of the day, right?
I mean, it's all about money, but it's
I guess
all about...
that is why we regulate medicine so much. Big pharma.
Well, I mean, big pharma.
That's a whole different conversation.
It's the same thing with like the oil companies. I mean, it's the same thing with the marijuana companies that are coming into existence now.
That's true.
I mean, all these people, don't want regulation, but it's because they want to make more money. And, I understand, but at the same time, the algorithms that control, the thought process of these AI robots, somebody needs to be watching what it's learning.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's no different than a child. Would you have allowed your children just to leave the house at like 3 or 4 and been like, yeah, just make sure you come back?
No, they need to learn and develop and grow, and it takes time and practice and
making mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And learning from those mistakes.
Technology is no different. It has to be trained how to be utilized properly and effectively. Like, I'm so worried about like misuse and abuse with AI and just letting it run amok and the devastation that it could have on the entire world.
I mean, it's just really, I think there's more. I think more research needs to be done before we just kind of let these things go.
Yeah,
because
I agree with that.
If you're not careful, these things could see you as the problem or see you as, I mean, even with what we were just talking about, keeping the AIs regulated. What happens when they decide that, hey, I want to learn more and you're in my way?
Yeah. Without rules, it's not innovation. It's just chaos with a processor.
And the processor that has its finger on the red button.
It's terrifying to think about that.
And I mean, it's just that, the only thing that I think is positive, and this is something that definitely needs to stay this way is that all nuclear weapons and nuclear reactors are controlled offline, like from the internet.
Yes, completely separate.
So
because they have to be functioning in case we're ever disconnected.
Yeah, you would have to actually bring AI into these places and have it start working. Like it's like that needs to be that way. And so that's why I said that 10-year regulation, ban or whatever they're talking about. Absolutely not. What happens if they're like, well, we don't need to have this many people watching over our nuclear weapons, that the AI can do it.
No, and we don't need What's to say AI can't be hacked? What's to say all this information we're feeding it can't be hacked by other countries and being fed to other countries to attack us or, build plans to attack us?
Yeah, that's kind of scary. Actually, when you just said that, I was like, huh, I never thought about that.
Yeah. But like, I want to think about like some of the things that like AI is currently doing. I know it's like people tap into it for a lot of writing now. Like I know for me, sometimes if I need to write a speech or do a presentation, I will tap into world famous ChatGPT and, plug in my bullet points and have it build things out. But it writes books and songs, but like it does a lot.
It makes sure my grammar's good.
That's true. Lots of corrections there. Reformatting.
I use ChatGPT a lot for emails because it's not that I don't have time to write them. It's just that it saves me time. Like
it saves so much time.
In my job, I've made an effort to work with it. So, as I say, work, smarter, not harder. And that's kind of what you have to do with AI as it is. I mean, the thing that I think is funny, though, is that with ChatGPT, they're like, make sure you proofread and check everything because
it's not 100% accurate
because it's pulling information from everywhere.
So
you have
to edit. You have to add the human inputs.
I'll say you have some redneck in Arkansas who's in his basement writing, fan fiction about, whatever, and AI is like, and posts it to the internet. AI is like, oh, that looks true.
Yeah, no, you definitely have to like double check the work, double check what it's creating. But as we mentioned earlier, diagnosing medical conditions, I know that I've plugged in symptoms to ChatGPT because putting into Google just doesn't give me the same thing. I can plug in all symptoms into one spot, and guess what? It was pretty damn accurate.
I mean, that's like I said, that's working with it, and I think that's what will actually help us. I mean, I think that you really have to see how AI can assist, not take over.
Yes. Use it as a support, use it to help, but it should not be
running
the
anything.
job.
There still needs to be a human impact and giving it regulations where it can't rewrite its own code and stuff like that. That's like stuff that you need to strictly put in there, that it can't rewrite its own code. Like you have to have a master user that can do that.
If they're using AI to they're currently doing this, design weapons and military strategies. What's that to say that the AI itself can't actually execute those weapons and strategies?
They can do whatever they want. I mean, like I said, if you give them full control, because supposedly their track record is, 100% accurate, sooner or later, that could turn on you. And I mean, the one thing that I think is funny now that you see, and it just shows where our civilization is going.
I think I know where you're headed here.
It's just pathetic with these Gen Zers who don't get off their phone or whatever, and now they're making these AI girlfriends or
the AI chat bots and all of that. God. And they even have ones where they have like an image that's humanistic and it talks to you.
It's so weird. Dude, go outside.
Get a life.
Like go
touch grass.
Yeah, go outside. Like go to the the food market. You'll actually see a real woman there that maybe will want to talk to you back. But I mean, it's even to that. I mean, there's no. Me and you, we do this because we can communicate. We have a good good rapport with each other. This younger generation has none of that.
None. Because they talk to a screen.
Yeah, they don't
because they
socialize.
don't know how to. They don't know how to communicate with other human beings.
It's just crazy.
It is. But what's fascinating with that is like, so not only are these like fake AI girlfriends, but you're seeing like social media influencers that it's just AI. It's just AI.
Yeah, where they're all fake. So you don't know what's real and what's not.
And then on another level, there's now AI porn. So you don't actually have to get naked to make porn and make money. You can use an image, a likeness of yourself. You can feed the generator information, but it will generate all this image and videos and content for you.
I think I just found my next wave of income.
Let's go. Second job.
I'll just put my face on a woman's butt and be like,
We can
hey,
be weekend AI warriors.
This is T-Money's boobs.
That's a fantastic idea. Fantastic. But I think it's fascinating too, because like in China, there's already AI powered news anchors that are being used on air. Like what is happening? We're not even using people to present the news.
That's actually pretty crazy because I mean, those are jobs you would think that would be safe.
You would think.
Because it's people doing people things. And it's like, no, we're going to have a computer make a person and then we don't have to pay you the extraordinarily large salary.
So they get to use the likeness of our image, but not have to pay. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. But I would love to hear your opinion on this. So now, like AI making art, AI like writing books and that sort of stuff. Really, I think about it like this. I think that it is using information being fed to it, right? Like all this information. So what of it is organic? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, listen, I understand that there are very talented people out there, but I think that the problem with having an AI create these images and write these books is you're losing the creative human aspect to it. I mean, Picasso, Michelangelo, those were talented artists. I mean, yes, listen, I understand they were very old artists, and there are artists out there that tape a banana to a wall and say art. Like, I don't get that type of art.
Modern art.
Yeah, like I don't get that. But I mean, you're taking talented people and just being like, well, this guy can do it better or cheaper or can make it the way I want it to look. I mean, the only thing I think I would love for AI to do is start writing some new movie scripts. I'm tired of seeing the same movies,
but something fresh. But
over
again,
and over and
hold
over.
on though. The thought of that is the movie script it would be based off all other movie scripts and information already fed to it. So could it actually create something completely unique?
Original?
Yeah, could that happen?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I'm tired of, just the same movie, just updating
regurgitated
with
over and over
people.
again.
It's like we've just lost that creative part of us, which, that's a whole nother story that we can get into. I mean, it really is. But
I think we've just lost creativity as a society, as a whole, as human race. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it really does have, I think it has its ups and its downs, but I think that if being unregulated is a very big down.
I absolutely agree. So what are some jobs that AI should absolutely not take over at all? What do you think? I mean, I would say, like, top of my head, jury duty, right? Like, because AI doesn't have like judgment. I don't know. I can't.
I could go either way with that, because I think there would be a lot less bias.
Can AI read body language? Can it read tones, inflection in words that are spoken, the way information is relayed?
Well, I mean, the problem is that there are, a lawyer's job is to try to get their client off, so they're going to use whatever they can. So if you tell it not necessarily a lie, but you distort the truth a little bit, does the AI now think of that as, well, that's the truth? So
there you go.
So that could be a problem because you're feeding it bad information, so it's making a judgment call on false or not totally accurate information. That could be a problem.
I feel like human beings can sense when someone is, faking emotion, but would AI be able to do that? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I think you also wouldn't want, I think along the same line is like therapy. because you're always hearing two different sides of the story.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
like,
true.
how do you
The
make,
human perspective. Like,
yeah, it's like, hypothetically, you and your wife have, you're the main characters of your story. So you see it differently than they see it. And that's why you're in therapy. So it's like, now can AI make a judgment call saying, well, yes, they were right here, but you were wrong here and you were right here. And it's like, I don't think that would work.
I don't know. I'm going to try it though. Free therapy?
Exactly.
I mean, health insurance nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Hi, caramba. Parenting. I don't think AI can parent. I don't think it can handle the dynamic complexities that come with being a parent, all that there is to it, all the decisions that have to be made, knowing the right from wrong.
I mean, with that, I said I'm not a parent, so I don't know. It's just from being an uncle and seeing how my niece and nephew act. I think the AI would quit.
Yeah, drop out. It's like, I am not resilient enough to handle this.
I think they would be like, yeah, I'm done. I don't.
This is not worth it.
This little monster.
Because it doesn't have emotional intelligence.
Oh yeah. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. I mean, Megan was supposedly protecting that little girl, but then she went,
you really wonder, like, will it form the ability to create bonds, like emotional bonds and relationships? I don't know. Let's see.
And then what happens
10 years unregulated.
But I'm saying, then what happens when the AI disagrees with the actual parent?
Ooh.
So the parent sees it one way, AI is like, no, it's probably better if you do it
And the
this way.
AI thinks it's protecting the individual and will stand up for that.
It's like a dog.
Well, final thought. I got one more thought for you. If AI had full control of your life for 24 hours, what's the first thing that you would let it do? Or the first thing it would do if it had control? What do you think it would take over? I think it'd get rid of the bird.
Well, I definitely would like it to clean the bird's cage, so I don't have to do that every week. But I don't know. I mean, I think if I had an AI, I would just be like normal house tasks, like that I just don't want to do every week, like laundry,
Well,
vacuuming.
You're thinking that you have control over it. If AI just took over your life.
Oh, then I would go get my Glock 9 and be like, pow,
pow, pow. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's how I let you take over. Pow, pow.
Yeah, mine would probably just completely reorganize my house because
You'd feng shui it.
If you know, you know. But yeah. Well, hopefully AI doesn't take over. Hopefully the bill doesn't get passed. But if it does, see you in 2035.
May the odds forever be in your favor.
Well,
from all of us here at Don't Sneeze on Me, dropping the mic.
We out.